on 5-3.
So Joey Dan's back into the ACC finals at 125. All right, let's keep the action going as we jump up to the 133-pound division. George DiCamillo of Virginia Tech taking on Jamal Morris of North Carolina State. Morris started the day with a bang, a first period fall 26 seconds in. Actually, we're going to jump up to the 133 with Gustafson. All right, so Gustafson of Virginia Tech, Dom Forys of Pitt will be our bout here on mat number 1. Gustafson, a redshirt sophomore, 8-5 this year, 3-2 in the duels, taking on Forys, who's led this Pitt program this year at team high 24 victories on the season, 24-2.
This is a win that, Virginia Tech could use for the team title. Gustafson obviously has been battling injury all year. He's not really felt fresh. He's wearing a big brace there on that right leg. Likely something with his inside his leg MCL. Really needs to get this victory going for Virginia Tech to feel a little bit more comfortable heading into the finals tonight.
Shot and counter shot by Gustafson, and Forys wants to reposition in the center. More than a minute into this first period, semifinal bout, 133 pounds.
Forys with a nice outside leg attack here. He's got to lock his hands, drive to the edge, and just try to get Gustafson off balance. Nice transition to a double leg here. Good defense by Gustafson as well.
Won't be able to fend off that, though, as Forys locked up both legs, and immediately he asked for time. And he's going to pop over into the Pitt corner as he got jarred in the face there, but he'll get the 2. Dom Forys of Pitt with the 2-0 lead.
Call it injury time. I'm not sure if they're going to call this as injury or blood. I can't see what's going on in his face, but oh no, he got his lip caught in his teeth.
See the blood, and you see the work being applied to the Pitt wrestler Dom Forys, sophomore now at North Allegheny High School. He was an NCAA qualifier. As we take another look here, and
yeah, it seems like he just drove that in there from his hip. Tough.
Late impact, driving his teeth through the upper lip, so they're going to patch him up. Forys was a qualifier last year. He finished 3rd at the ACC championships. He went 0-2 in St. Louis, however. But he's had a really good first 2 years on campus. 41-16, a career record, and now trying to go deep into the 2016 ACC championships. And he's one of the main guys who's kind of leading that youth movement for Pitt. We talked about all the freshmen on the roster. Well, Forys kind of feels like the older statesman, a sophomore, but he's had the most success with the 24 wins, and I'm sure a lot of the guys are looking forward to him and looking to his leadership. We'll take a look at the updated standings entering this semifinal round. Virginia had a solid first round session. The Cavs with 10.5 points. Remember, they are the defending champs, and you had North Carolina, Duke, and Pittsburgh, North Carolina State, and Virginia Tech. And a lot of those points based on those bonus points we talked about. The bonus points awarded at this tournament, you can pick up some with the fall. You get 2 additional points. A tech ball is a 1.5 points. A tech ball without a near fall worth an additional point. Then the major decision is an additional bonus point. That's to go along with the advancement of both the championship and the consolation sign.
This tournament pretty much comes down to who places 3rd and who's able to wrestle back their in the consolation bracket to 3rd, and who's able to pick up some of these bonus points. See a little bit of an upset here on mat 2 with the NC State wrestler Jamal Morris out to an 11-3 lead over the number 1 seed George DiCamillo.
This has been quite a year for the ACC. Penn State, after they knocked off Oklahoma State in the national duels, Cale Sanderson and the Nittany Lions back atop. But look at NC State 2, Virginia Tech 3rd. North Carolina a solid year at 14, and then both Duke and Virginia received votes as well. In fact, Duke beat North Carolina in the duel earlier this year. All right, so we're back to action. Let's see how Forys responds. Gustafson is able to cut free and get loose. So Dennis Gustafson on the board for Virginia Tech. 2-1, Forys on top.
So attacking that outside, kept that that's a little bar cigar, and he kept that cross arm. Didn't finish around, didn't keep the bar cigar, but came up, kept the outside arm locked. Really nice attack there by Forys.
Forys with another takedown. He leads at 4-1, but Gustafson able to get the reversal for Virginia Tech.
Not surprising there to see Gustafson go for that, to go for the reversal as opposed the switch as opposed to the stand-up. Earlier you saw when he tried to do that stand-up, you could see it bothered his knee a little bit. You know, anytime you try to move inside on your knee with an injury like that, it can be a little bit more difficult.
Mentioned that knee injury for Gustafson. He injured it last year, coming off a serious knee injury. This is a young man who won an ACC championship as a true freshman in 2014. Because of the injury, he utilized his red shirt last year. Former NCAA qualifier in a battle with Forys. Another injury time as they continue to work on that lip area for Forys. Looks like we're going to have some timeout on the mat, some blood on the edge of the mat, so they're going to get an extra crew out there cleaning that up. Two matches happening simultaneously, and a good one with DiCamillo and Morris over on mat number 2 with Sam and Rock Harrison. There in the second period, Morris opened up a big lead, but DiCamillo slowly getting his way back into it. That's over on mat 2. We go back to our action right here on mat number 1. Forys leading by a point. Gustafson able to bring him right back down to the mat. Dom Forys able to twist and turn his way, and he'll get the escape. And Forys goes back up by 2.
I really like this Dom Forys wrestler. It's the first time seeing him in person, and on the tape you see he's active and good. Here again, Gustafson does not stop. These Virginia Tech wrestlers all share this in common. They do not stop in good positions, bad positions, anything. They're going to continue to wrestle until their position improves.
Despite the stoppages, a real entertaining opening 3 minutes. Dom Forys with a 5-3 lead. He will start the second period in the down position, and let's see what Gustafson can do on top. Forys able to get the quick escape. Snap down attempt by Forys.
Really good counterattacks. Gets underneath, finds a way to score once he does get on the outside segment. He's head inside, he's going to look for that back ankle. Not a lot Gustafson can do. He's got to be a little careful here by getting himself exposed. But again, these Virginia Tech wrestlers, they're not going to give up. They're going to wrestle through positions.
Forys gets 2. The escape coming by Gustafson, and then Gustafson
Another shot.
Automatically drops down to an ankle. 8-4 lead for Forys in this second period. Gustafson trying to lift that left leg of Forys. He still has the ankle locked. Forys with his left arm trying to keep it in there, and he'll get the stalemate.
We saw that position last match. It's a little bit lazy, but these guys are locking their ankle. They're holding down they're holding their opponent's shoulder in place. It's really difficult to do much when that happens.
Inside a minute to go in this second period. Here's a deep shot again by Gustafson.
Good high crotch, but he's got to make sure he get that corner. Right now, he's in a little bit worse position than he wanted to be in coming into this shot. Break the action. Got to be careful with these knees and ankles. Sometimes we see all this great wrestling, but sometimes it can really backfire.
Forys on the whistle, looking for a shot. Gustafson's able to shield it off. 35 seconds to go in this second period. Forys has never trailed for Pitt. Working on that high crotch again. Dom Forys
Really
to lock up that second leg, and he will, and he'll get the takedown.
What a great wrestler. Dom Forys is really kind of, this guy's going to go into the finals against whoever comes out the other side, and he's going to be really able to have a lot of confidence. Gustafson's got great defense, good hand position, great motion. Here he is. Forys is kind of picking him apart a little bit. Really impressive performance.
Forys will go into the third period leading by 6. Forys, the highest seeded Panther at this year's tournament. We mentioned the team best 25 wins. He won the Lock Haven Championship to start the year, went 4-0 in the Pitt duels. He was named the ACC Wrestler of the Week back in December for his win over then number 4 Ryan Taylor of Wisconsin, as the Panthers just hammered the Badgers in the duel. He's had a real good sophomore campaign, looking sharp here in the semifinal, having his way with Gustafson of Virginia Tech.
Nice solid ride, moving positions, making smart decisions.
Gustafson gets away.
I'd like to see him go back to that outside single, but also that high crotch was nice, and I think if he's able to mix it up a little bit, this would be a good time for him. Getting prepped for the finals.
This is a weight class that will send 3.
Again, outside single. That's a really tough position for Gustafson to stop because of that knee injury. Forys needs to be careful to stack that leg and make sure he keeps that arm low and out of wizard position.
See the roll by Gustafson, but Forys was wise to that trick, and he will latch on with another 2, and Dom Forys, really impressive, leads 12-5.
On the other mat there, we saw a 11-3 comeback. 11-3, the top seed George DiCamillo was trailing, came back and won 14-13. So Forys likely to beat him in the finals.
Forys going to work on Gustafson's left arm. You see it bent, has control. Gustafson bellied out. Dom Forys, well over a minute 30 of riding time as well. And Pitt's going to have a finalist here in Virginia Tech. Dealt a little bit of a blow. You mentioned Kevin Dresser hoping to sneak Gustafson by this tough young Panther, but not the case. With the riding time, Forys will end up with the major decision. 13-5 your final.
True freshman, ACC champion. A couple years down the road, it's hard. It's hard to win this conference year in and year out. Really high talent level. Dom Forys now is my new favorite wrestler, I think.
I'm gonna tell you like his style,
really
don't you?
A lot of action, a lot of outside singles. Really kind of had great technique, kept forward pressure. Yeah.
It's been